I have just 2 days to go before I'm launching my Shopify site, before I'm making my store live, and I still have a list that's about this long of things that I need to do. So I'm trying to take all of my advice here about going for your goals, not stressing out. So we're going to talk about some of that today. Hello, everybody. I'm Stephanie. I'm a women's fiction author, and I also am coming out with a line of planners. And I'm out here on YouTube trying to encourage you to go for your goals and your dreams one step at a time until you make it to the end. So I'm opening my Shopify store, and I thought it would be fun to go through all of the little fun things that I'm adding to my product when I get an order, when somebody buys one of my books. And I thought I needed to organize it also. So I kind of picked up this room that I'm in right now. I'm in my office / guest room, and it gets really dirty. I don't know about you, but this is kind of the room where overflow things go, which is kind of embarrassing because I already have kind of a big house, but I still have those extra pillows and blankets and markers. I'm looking at 4 bags of like leftover crayons and markers from all of the school years. Today, we are going through some flyers that I designed and picked up today. We're going to look at my books. We have some other fun things to do, but before I make my Shopify site live, and that's one thing I want to say is organization has really helped me with this goal, staying with it. And then, yes, I'm pushing hard at the end because of this deadline, but because of this deadline, I'm getting it done. And I know that's a little bit of, they're playing off of each other, and it is a push and it is a little bit stressful, but it's also really fun at the same time. And that's one thing that I want to say is that I know some people are like, don't hustle and don't push too hard. Sometimes when we need to meet a deadline, we need to meet a task where it needs to be in order to finish it, we need to push. And that's where I am right now. I don't think it's going to be like an overnighter or anything like that. I definitely can't do that right now. But I just want to say sometimes a challenge or a push, working hard, those are not bad words. Those are words that when we get over those hills, those battles, we're proud of ourselves for. I want you to think about an author who sits at the computer and maps out their whole book. They have the whole plot line going and maybe multiple points of view, and they have this whole character arc that they're doing and this big climactic scene, and they're really excited. They've spent months and months writing the book and editing it and getting it all polished up. And it's taken maybe a year, let's say, to get it published, and they get it out there and they're so proud of it. And yes, it was a struggle and it was hard and they went through that challenge, but they are so proud of this book. I have an example right here. I have 3 of my books and I'll show you in a minute, but we work hard on our tasks and our goals and our dreams, and we're so proud of them in the end because of that hard work. Now let's look at somebody who, no shame here, okay, I know this is happening a lot, and I'm just doing this and saying this for a comparison purpose, but let's say somebody puts that arc line a little bit in a paragraph, and maybe this is going to be the plot and these are going to be the characters, and they type them out in a summary and they enter that into Chat GPT and they ask it to write them a novel. And they might wait for a little bit, have a little bit of waiting time for it to write that novel. And they might have to go through and edit a few things before they polish it up maybe and send it off to Amazon KDP. I want you to look at those 2 levels of challenges and work that they put into those tasks and those projects, and tell me, which one would you be more proud of standing behind? Obviously, the one where you spent the time on the project to get it out there and to really have your stamp on it, whatever that is. And by the way, I want to know what your project is or what you have in mind that you want to go for. So let me know down below in the comments. Okay, so that's enough of my rant. That's what I want to say about that, because I did have a comment the other day about me working too hard and being too much of a workaholic. And while that might be true, because I totally agree with that statement, because I am a hard worker, but at the same time, like, I'm really proud of the work and effort that I put into things. That being said, I'm coming out live with my 3 books that I have written over the last couple of years. I have more books than this, but I I'm looking for my 3rd book. There it is. I redid the covers on these, and I came out when I was just doing books before I even had the thought of making planners, which haven't even come out yet. I am an author and I write these women's fiction books. So these are coming out on Friday. I have Welcome to Garden Valley. I have Coping with Yarn, and I have From A to Z. So these 3 are going to be available. They're women's fiction. They are kind of a series. You'll see the same characters come up. You don't have to read them in a certain order. They're all standalone. They're connected by the town of Garden Valley, and they're just fun, wholesome reads about women who are in kind of a challenge of themselves, and they have to figure it out. And it goes through the whole arc of them figuring out. These are what are coming out on Friday. And along with these, I have some goodies. So when somebody orders, I want to give them a little something special. So I have little bookmarks here and a ton of stickers. So I have lots of stickers and things that are going with it. But I also designed this flyer, and I haven't looked at it yet. I just picked it up today. And I said this the other day, I designed this in Canva, and then there's an option to send it to a FedEx store, a printing store, if you have one in your town, and they will do it overnight. So instead of waiting a week or 2 for Canva to send it to your door, which is an amazing service also because that's for free, you can pick it up the next day. So this has really saved me. The only thing that I wanted were rounded corners on this flyer, and they didn't do that at the FedEx store. And I meant to ask them today, but I forgot. So let's take a look at it. I haven't even looked at this yet. I love the feel. You know what? I love the size of this. I thought I asked for a matte finish, but let me just look at it. You know, I really like it. For me, who does my own photos, I can tell that the photos aren't like professionally done or anything. And I can't tell if it's like my lighting or my bad eyesight, even with contacts. But you know what? I think for doing these in an afternoon or 2, these look great. So let me know what you think here. This is one side, and then here's another side. I have some QR codes on there. I have a coupon code on here for people who want to come back and buy something on my website. So I have that, and I have some fun little explanations about me and the busy dreamer. So overall, I really like how this turned out. So let me know what you think, but I'm going to put these in the books. And the only thing I need is to probably dig out some tissue out of the attic. And if I don't want to deal with that, I'm just going to go get some tissue if it's like dusty or something. But yeah, I am inching my way towards the end and towards opening the shop. It's super exciting. It's a little bit stressful, but I think I was editing this video and I realized that my audio cut out, but I want to come in here and say a goodbye, have a little bit of an ending, and thank you for following me along this way. We are getting to almost 1,000 subscribers, which would be like the best Christmas present that you can give me. So if you're new and you want some encouragement going for your goals, hit that subscribe button and follow me along as I lead by example. And I'm planning on coming out here quite a bit in December. I might even throw out the word Vlogmas. I know that's quite a big task to post something every day in December, but I'm going to try it. So I will be out here tomorrow wishing you a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you then. Bye.